A garden bench like this one is a great addition to any porch, patio, or other outdoor area, and it's very easy to build using YellaWood pressure-treated lumber. To get started, you'll need the plans from buildyella.com, a few basic tools, a few fasteners, and pressure-treated lumber. You'll need 6 1x6s 8 feet long, 5 2x4s 8 feet long, and 1 2x6 also 8 feet long. Now begin by cutting the seat frame from the 2x4 stock. You'll need 2 pieces cut at 54 inches and 4 at 20 inches. Lay out a rectangle with the longer pieces forming the front and back, and the shorter pieces acting as stretchers to separate them at the ends and middle. Attach the end pieces so they're flush with the ends of the 54-inch pieces. Be sure to drill pilot holes before attaching them with 3-inch deck screws. Position the 2 center stretchers, each 3/4 of an inch from the center point of the long pieces. This 1.5-inch gap will accommodate the center back support later, so be sure a piece of 2x4 stock fits between them. Next, cut 3 seat slats at 54 inches from the 1x6 material. Place the first one about 7 inches from the back of the frame and square to it. A 2x6 will need to fit between it and the corner. Use 1/4-inch spacers between it and the next 2. This should leave about 1 inch of overhang on the front. Secure these with glue and 2-inch screws. Now you're ready to cut the back supports from the 2x6 stock. These 3 pieces should be 21 3/8 of an inch long. Cut a long diagonal on each one by marking a point 1.5 inches from the side and 21 3/8 of an inch from that same end. Mark a straight line between these 2 points and cut along it. Use a square to mark a 90-degree cut on the narrow end of the support. From the 1x6, cut 3 pieces at 51 inches to create the back slats. Attach the back slats to the back supports along the long angled cut, starting flush at the top with 1/4-inch spaces in between. The ends will be flush and the center support will align with the gap left between the center seat stretchers. Once again, you'll use wood glue and 2-inch screws. If you would like to route a roundover profile on the top back slat and the front seat slat, do that before moving on. Now you can slide the back supports into the seat frame assembly and attach them with 3-inch screws. From the remaining 2x4 lumber, cut 4 legs at 23.5 inches and 2 arm supports at 23 inches. Lay an arm support on top of a pair of legs with the top and the outer edges flush and square before you attach them with glue and 2.5-inch screws. Now once you've done the same with the other leg assembly, you can clamp them to the seat frame with the arm supports facing inwards. The outer edges of the legs should be flush with the seat frame, and the top of the seat slat should be 16 inches up from the bottom of the legs. You can create spacer blocks to support the leg arm support assembly while you drive the 2.5-inch screws to secure the legs. The arms for the bench are made from 2 25-inch pieces of 1x6. On one end, use a compass to draw a 2 3/4-inch radius. On the other end, mark a notch that's 3/4 inches wide by 6 inches long. You need a jigsaw to make all of these cuts. Opposite the notch, mark a diagonal beginning 3 1/4 inches from the notch that extends down the board 11 inches. You'll make this cut with a circular saw. The arms go on top of the arm supports and flush with the back edges of the back legs, so the notch in them fits snugly against the seat back. Make sure the arm overhangs the front arm support by about 3/4 of an inch before attaching it with 2-inch screws. Finally, sand all the surfaces, paying particular attention to the edges before you apply a weatherproof finish to the bench. This sturdy garden bench will last for years and provide you a very comfortable place to relax and a great addition to your home.